We should be. We're almost live. We might even be live right now. We don't even know.
Maybe. I'm doing a reveal.
We'll do. Ooh, the reveal. It's action packed. Respect.
Hello, I didn't know you're there.
And to our viewers, hello
And
everyone.
we used to have about towards 8 billion possible subscribers, but now we have like 10 real ones. So.
This is more exciting than anything I've ever worked on. Ami,
Please.
a quick introduction for the two of us. Over here, Jonathan, a humble servant of Hashem on my journey to build a relationship with the creator of the universe, learning Torah, having fun. That's what it's all about right there. I've been on this journey for about 5 years and loving every moment of it. Over to you, my main man, the guy with the black kippah that's pointing his finger at the camera. Ami.
You gotta use your fingers.
Oh, this guy.
Me too. I listened to a great rabbi in Hebrew, if you guys know, Meir Eliyahu, Sheikh, yeah? And he said, use the word, let us lishtasheh b'divrei Torah. Meaning, lishtasheh is like to have fun, to be amused, that when you come to study Torah, it's not like, ugh. Like, when I used to be in a physics class in high schools, I was like, give up, get me out of here. But the Torah is a reviving energy. And he also said, if you go to study Torah and you feel, ugh, it's your klipa actually. It's that something is blocked in your heart.
Oof.
That you are maybe too cynical, because the Torah is supposed to be sweet, supposed to be something that when you read it, it elevates your spirit and you get inspired. And if you read it, and don't blame the Torah, as the joke says, I tell this joke, the guy comes to the rabbi, says, Rabbi, I can't come to pray. Every day is the same prayer. I can't say the same thing every day. It's so boring. And the rabbi says, look, these prayers, they're perfect. You're boring. So it's a good... I think they say, I don't know who the rabbi that said it. I think it's actual, I don't know to give the credit, but it's a great joke. I use it all the time.
It's excellent. It works.
Me personally also have experienced it, that the more Meir Eliyahu, Sheikh this rabbi said, he asked his students, I really like him, we should even translate some of his lectures to English because it's so good. He says, there's like 100 people in front of him, and he goes, raise your hand if you cried in your Amida prayer in the last year. No one raised their hands.
Wow.
Then he goes, in the last 5 years, have you ever cried in your Amida? And like a few guys, because things happen in life. And then he goes, if you're praying, you're asking from God all these things, la la la, I want this, give me the winning lottery numbers, give me the whatever. But if you do it and it's not leaving a strong impression on yourself, meaning you, how involved are you that you think God is gonna, if you just, they say also in Perkei Avot, if your prayer is just hergel, meaning routine, it's not a tachanun, it's not a asking for mercy, because when you come to the creator of the universe to ask for mercy, and I can tell you, I'm just sharing, not that but when I started also kind of like you years ago, it takes time to build, it takes time. In the beginning, you're reading, it's tough to even understand, but the more you learn, the more you connect to the stories and what's behind the words, you actually reach a place where it's, instead of becoming something that is a routine or maybe a burden, it becomes something that, so we're also, me and you are more or less in the same time, more or less the same time of tshuva time, 5-6 years.
Let's go.
Which is considered a baby.
Oh yeah, we're 5-year-olds. We're 5-year-olds in our.
And it shows. To be honest, it shows.
It's true. I really like that you brought that up, and of course, in just a moment, we're gonna dive into Lech Lecha and stay here. We got a time scale. We got Ami's headed to Mincha, the afternoon prayer. All the respect. I already davened Mincha. In Arizona, we're lucky. We just we got the kollel here. It's beautiful, but here in Tucson, Ami, interesting point you should make. This past Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, one of the rabbis here said something so beautiful to me. He's like, have you ever tried davening from Pathway to Prayer? I think it is. There's a specific siddur that is like it's condensed just the Amida, and in it, when you're reading the Hebrew words, you can look at the English, and for every Hebrew word, it'll say like 5 to 10 English words. Because that's what you're supposed to have the kavanah on when you say the word in Hebrew. See, here I must have like for example, the Musaf Amida, that's supposed to be, that's your Amida for the whole year. Like that's like if Shabbos Musaf is your davening for the whole week, the Musaf davening on Yom Kippur or on Rosh Hashanah, like that's, I believe it's the Rosh Hashanah is a little more for the year. Anyways, what I can't explain to you how impactful that was. Just like, hey, enjoy it, breathe it in, take it in. It's something that I think we could all do better at, is like our kavana in our davening. But remember, we all have to just take on little things every year. Like I think that's a perfect segue for Lech Lecha, because we're all on our journey. This is a really important Parsha because, wow, we're going to dive into it here. Avraham Avinu we were just introduced to Avraham from last week's Parsha in Noach. And now Avraham Avinu is about to be sent on a really important journey. And Avraham Avinu also created the Shmoneh Esrei. The first, or not the formulation of the Shmoneh Esrei, which is from the Anshe Knesset Gdolah, the men of the Great Assembly, but davening Shachris, that's what it is. Shachris prayer comes from Avraham Avinu. So, let's say we dive right in. Ami, my buddy, my pal, let's go. Let's do this.
I don't want to delay it with like 10, 20 more comments that I have, but I'll save some for later.
Save some for later. Hey, please God, we should do this for the next 100 years and enjoy it as we go on our journey. We'll be live streaming this for years to come. We've got plenty of time. There's more than enough Torah to go around. All right. Let's do it. Let's do this. Where
what?
Let's
what exactly? No, so yeah, I think let's do just pasuk. I think yesterday was a bit too much. Not yesterday, sorry, 2 days ago. Let's do one pasuk at a time, one verse at a time.
Okay.
I'll say it. I think I could say it in Hebrew and English to make it faster, and then you do Rashi Hebrew and English. Is that good?
My pleasure. My pleasure.
All right, let's do it. Let's get into it. ויאמר אדוני אל אברהם, לך לך מארצך וממולדתך ומבית אביך אל הארץ אשר אראך. Hashem said to Avram, how do you say in English? Abraham.
Well, it's Abram. It's Abram because he hasn't got the H yet. So it's just
Abram.
Abram.
All right. Go for yourself, interesting translation, for yourself from your land, from your birthplace, and from your father's house to the land I will show you. Take it away.
Beautiful. Okay. Lech Lecha, go for yourself. And then we have Lahana'asecha, for your pleasure. Uletoivasecha, and for your benefit. Sham, there, E'asecha legoy gadol, I will make of you a great nation. So this is Hashem. This is Rashi's commentary or elucidation. V'kan iyata zoche levanim. Whereas here you do not merit having children. Oh wow. V'od, and furthermore, you will benefit by going. She'odia tivacha ba'olam, for thereby I will make your name known in the world. Beautiful. All right. Next pasuk. Unless you want to say something about that one, by all means.
I'll say two small things.
Ooh.
First one interesting thing I just heard from someone. It says that you will go from your father's house, from your artzecha, from like your country, umoladotcha, your home birth, your place of birth, umibeit avicha, in your father's house. But technically, you go the other way. Technically, you leave your father's house, right? It's written from the big to the small. And I just heard an interesting about Torah that it's about levels of difficulty. To leave your country is one level of difficulty. To leave the place you were born, and even more difficult. And to leave your family and your father and leave everything behind, that's the most difficult. And it's written in a level of difficulty of when a man each one of us has to go and do something new. It's first you go from the easier, like you said, baby steps, you do certain things, but to leave your father's house, to leave your past, it represents to leave the life you came from into something new. So leave your little house. It's more hard, your intimate space. Those are interesting. I like that one. And yeah, the choice of words is because it says in the end, it says Asher Arecha. Like it says Arecha is like that I will show you. And that's why Rashi said that it ends, it's already hinting to that I will show the world of you. Not only I will show you the land you're going to or where you're going to, that word Arecha just grammarly is very interesting.
Yeah, Areka.
Oh yeah, there's that bigger. Sorry, I always miss those.
All good. That's
Aleka,
what I'm here for.
That I will show you. So I will show you, and through you I will show something to the whole world. Where Abram was at the time leaving, and by the way, the only one other than him that went from idol worship to believing in Hashem is Yitro. Without getting to it, but the difference is this one's doing it alone. And in a way, he's doing it without a miracle that Hashem did for him to prove to him anything. And he kind of came to this realization that there's one God and he's going on this journey very alone in the world. No one believes in what he believes. Everyone thinks that he's lost his mind. And there's no one else. There's not a nation of Israel that believes in it already. He's like the first one. It's a very story about like a pioneer. Pioneer that's no one... He's like the first one who said, hey, you guys, I don't think these idols are controlling anything. There's one unified God, and it was at the time. Yeah.
Nailed it. There's Rabbi Avigdor Miller, who I'm reading his series. The first one, I believe the first one is Behold the People. And it talks exactly about that. Like, here was Avraham Avinu, not yet Avraham, so he's Abram. And he's sitting there in what is this in Haran, right? Ur Kasdim. I forget whether he was born in one and then moved to the other. Like he left from Ur Kasdim. But the point is, here he's sitting there and he's innovating. Like he's like looking at he's like looking at how people would worship, and he's saying, it dawned on him. I think Ruach Kodesh or whatever it might have been. Like there, and then he, because he thinks about this, he looked at everything. He looked at plants. He looked at nature, and he saw this whole world. He looks at how the craftspeople would make things, and he's like, he would look, and he probably sat there thinking about this for a period of his life, and it must have been absolutely astonishing. His like when the pin dropped and he's like, wait a second, there's one creator, there's one master of the universe. Like this absolute think about the innovation, because like people, I think, what is it, people knew that there was one creator, like Adam Rishon, they knew, and then man was corrupted over whatever is 10 generations, I think it is, corrupted, and then starts thinking wrong and starts thinking, oh, I can pray to this thing that's made out of wood or gold or silver, and it has, like, there's this transmuted power, and then unfortunately, as we all know, the kings of that time, and even up until contemporary times, also wanted to take the power of the creator of the universe. The power of the creator of the universe is bestowed through me, and I control these wooden things that you all... Exactly.
It was two interesting elements. One, the kings wanted to take the power, like exactly what you're saying. And the other thing, they thought nature is fighting itself, as if there's no harmony. The ocean is fighting the land, the sky is fighting the sun is fighting with the moon, which is fighting with the... as if each one has an independent sovereignty. And then the king, in a way, manipulated the whole thing to say, "Look, we control the rain, we control the sun, so you got to pay us the big bucks."
Right.
So what do you need? You
Oh,
need the sun to.
they became the middleman for the relationship with
Exactly.
and not only that, then they created many layers, because then they could filter control, and this is, here Avraham Avinu, before, well, I guess Abraham is getting here now Ruach Kodesh. He's like, Hashem is speaking to him as a prophet directly, and
Right.
you have this here where Hashem is saying, like, what it says here in the notes, that essentially Rashi is explaining that Lecha, it appears that this is unnecessary. Like, it should just be Lech. What is this Lecha, like, for yourself? And here it says this note that comes from, I think, Tosafos Hashalem. It says, there are things which are beneficial but not pleasurable, and there are things which are pleasurable but not beneficial. And according to Rashi here, Hashem is assuring Abraham that going will be both pleasurable and beneficial. And it's like, and I think oftentimes that, I think we're fearful in our own journeys. Everyone, change is scary. In my professional life, in my personal life, in my spiritual journey, like, I think we all go through things where you have to make a change. You have to do something different. And that different is often scary. Like, maybe we know that it's going to be beneficial, but it's going to be, it seems like it won't be pleasurable, or, okay, it's going to be a pleasurable thing, but there's really no benefit to it. And,
right.
and so here's this confirmation really here that we have that. And then I believe further on in the Rashi, we're gonna get an alternative interpretation, which I guess we got to dig into and read later.
Okay, second verse.
All right, go for it.
Good. ואשך לגוי גדול, ואברכך, ואגדלה שמך, והיה ברכה. And I will make of you a great nation. I will bless you, and I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. Go for it.
All right. אעשיך לגוי גדול. I will make of you a great nation. לפי שהדרך, because the journey גורמס לשלושה דברים. Causes three negative things to happen to the traveler. This is interesting. Okay. Mima'etes priya v'riveya. It diminishes reproduction. It says in the footnotes below, because when a husband and wife are guests in another person's home, marital relations are forbidden. Interesting. U mima'etes es hamamon. And it diminishes one's money. Yeah, you spend resources. You're not where you have your network. You're going to use up resources to make a move, to travel. Memaetes es Hashem, and it diminishes the name. In other words, your reputation, your good reputation, or your good name must be earned again wherever you're going again. Yeah, you got to reestablish yourself. Lechach, therefore, huzkak leshalosh brachos halalu. Avraham, what was that?
No, it's fine.
Avraham needed these three blessings. Hivtichu, that Hashem promised him, al habanim, regarding the sons, al hamamon, and regarding money, ve'al Hashem, and regarding the name, reputation. Oh, that's beautiful. V'zehu ve'agadla shemecha, and this is the meaning of, and I will make your name great. Ve're'eni mosif ois al shemecha. Behold, I will add a letter onto your name. Beautiful. Here we go. She'ad achshav, for up to now, Shimcha Avraham, and your name has been Abram. Mikan ve'elach. From now on, Avraham. It is Avraham. Ve'Avraham ole ma'asayim ve'arba'im ma'asayim arba'im u'shmone. The numerical value of Avraham adds up to 248. Keneged Avarav shel Adam, corresponding to the numbers of the parts of a man's body. Boom! Wow, that's beautiful.
Wait, and the oh, okay. Oh, you're right. That's it. Got it.
I think I mean, it does. It
Yeah,
does.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of commentary on this, on just this line. There's a commentary now on Avarechecha, I will bless you. So that's b'mamon, with money, just like it's summarized. V'yabaracha, and you will be a blessing.
This is the next. That's wait, but that's the next. Ah, no. Got it. That's
I,
still the first.
yeah,
Or still the one.
I still think it's the second. Blessings put in your hand.
No, you're right. It doesn't say 3 yet. There's a lot more, I think. Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting here.
Oh yeah, that's the whole page still. Maybe I'll switch with you. I'll read a little bit.
Yeah, of course. The next one is really interesting. The Heye baracha, and you will be a blessing. That one's fire.
Right. And you will be a blessing. The blessings are put into your hand. Until now, they were in my hand. Berachti et Adam. I blessed Adam, ve'et Noach, ve'otcha and you. But from now on, you will bless Ata tevarech, whomever you wish.
Wow.
Alternatively, ve'ascha legoy gadol, and I will make of you a great nation. Ze shomrim Elokei Avraham. This is a reference to that which they say in the Shmoneh Esrei, the God of Abraham, v'avachecha, and I will bless you, Elohei Yitzchak, Ze shomrim, and this is the reference to what they say, the God of Yitzchak, v'agadla, and I will make your great name, and Elokei Yaakov, this is the reference to which they say in the Shmoneh Esrei, God of Jacob. Yachol yu chotmim bechulan. One might be able to think that they conclude the blessing with all of them. Talmud lomar, to teach us otherwise. The verse says, "Veheye bracha," and you will be a blessing, which implies becha chotmin, with you, Abraham. They conclude the blessing, velo bahem, and not with them. I'll say, we say Magen Avraham also. We say Magen Avraham, the shield of Abraham, because later on, a little bit of Kabbalistic. I know that we're not. I'm not a Kabbalist. You're not a Kabbalist.
Definitely not.
But there's always these parallels between all these the shepherds, the 7 shepherds, the 7 leaders of the Jewish people in the Torah, and the Sfirot and all this stuff. And they always say that Avraham is the mercy. Avraham is closer to the Yud Keva. He's the merciful one, the one that can bless, the one that was hospitable, that one that was always giving food to other people and sharing, the one that was not harsh, wanted to defend Sodom and Gomorrah, even want to save these wicked people. He cared for them. He could have said, you know what, forget about these people. So he's the merciful one. So every time we come and pray, they say we seal it with him, because when you come and pray, you're asking for mercy. You're asking for the shield of Avraham. You're not asking for harsh judgment. So Abraham is always a parallel to what they call the Sphira, the notion or the essence of mercy.
Ooh.
And that's why he can bless through mercy. And just relating, because they did their complicated thing here about the Amida. We won't go into the whole thing, but we conclude with him. We say the shield of it. We could have concluded with Moses, with Jacob. We could have. There's a lot of options.
It's very interesting. I'm curious what the Anshe Knesset Gdola, in their formulation, the Magen Avraham. Maybe we need to have a new necklace, the Magen Avraham.
Exactly.
Just saying. I like.
It's interesting. Once when maybe down the line, when we talk about all of the 7 shepherds, we call them the 7 leaders of the Jewish kind of story. Then we can compare them. Each one of them represents an essence, a spiritual essence. Very interesting. I think for me, it helped me understand something here. Each one of them revealed something. In a way, each of their stories revealed something to humanity.
Yeah.
Like Abraham revealed something about how he was willing to sacrifice his son down the line, something about children. Each one of them, anyway, has his revelation about God and his revelation about how to live life. And it's all different. And all together, they represent all the qualities of Hashem. Together, it's like a puzzle. Each one of them brought it's very interesting. But Down the line, we have time.
Yeah, I'm still figuring out how to cut my fingernails. So I guess we're all on different levels.
Understand?
I'm just trying to live a Jewish.
Start burning your. I'll tell you something about burning your fingernails.
No. Anyways, you've got Mincha coming up. I like as you can tell, of course, I like the it's very interesting notion, but I also Magen Avraham, like he basically, in a way, just like you were describing, Magen Avraham, I'd have to dig into it. I asked Rabbi Eddie or one of the rabbis here at the Kollel about it. But in a way, he like you said, he stood up for Am Yisrael.
Right.
He stood up for the whole people of the world at the time. He advocated for righteous people. Like he's like, hey, there's got to be righteous people here. So, yeah, he's a protector. That's pretty incredible if you think about it.
Right. What's the time? I'll tell you what. I think we should pause here. I mean, now it's going anyway into a complication. It's going to fast forward into him going to Egypt and everything. But we did the introduction to the essence of the Parsha, and it was pretty, I think, because I have to go in a few minutes. So maybe let's go back to a bit talking about me and you for the last few minutes, because the next verse, I think, it's already going into a whole story here.
I thought we were gonna we could have done a 24-hour stream.
We will.
I thought we
will believe that now.
I thought we were.
I
cleared my schedule.
The Hasidim do it Thursday night to prepare for Shabbat. So tomorrow, actually.
24 hours.
So I'll see you here at 11 p.m.
Oh wow, we'll do.
By the way, I will tell you a personal story. I want to share something.
Let's hear it.
You know what the Tikkun Chatzot is? Speaking of things, there's a midnight. They call the Tikkun. Tikkun is like a correction or to fix, right? How do you translate Tikkun?
Yeah, I mean, now you're going on the heavy ammunition now. Whew. Okay.
I'm just sharing from my. Listen, me, I'm just a man.
You're a righteous, very righteous man.
I'm not. Look,
Okay.
By the way, if anyone who don't, I want to encourage people, to do tshuva and say, like 10 years ago, I was doing nothing. Yeah, so I was barely doing the big holidays, barely. Okay, so I've done a very long way, and I do, and the more I do it, the more I want to do. They say one mitzvah. Be careful, people. One mitzvah leads to another.
Sure.
Like some people start. I heard a story about someone who. It was a lady when her father, I think, passed away. She said, you know what, I'm just going to light candles on Shabbat, because she also didn't do it. She said, I'll just light candles. Anyway, 5 years later, she is full on Orthodox, because one mitzvah leads to another. But I heard the story. I just want to share this, that some people do Tikkun Chatzot. It's called Tikkun Rachel, which is the sad part. We cry for the temple. Tikkun Leah is the happy one. Anyway, you can read about it. Tikkun Rachel, Tikkun Leah, very interesting. And in Tikkun Leah, they do it in the midnight, the Jewish kind of midnight, which is the middle of the night, not midnight 12. That's the middle of the night, depending on. It's now in where I am, it's about 12:30 something. And basically, you read the Al Ne'arot Bavel, the Bob Marley song, and the rivers of Babylon.
There's more.
Where we make, and how can we sing the songs of Zion on a foreign land? And they're singing about the destruction, and they say the Shekhinah at that time is crying about the temple. And you connect to that energy. I know this is my kind of stuff. I like staring at candles. I like burning. I'm the spiritual guy. I just like whatever. Show me smoke, and I love it. So I did it a few times. I don't do it every night. It's very difficult. Not many people do it. I know some people who do it every night. But I did it, and then I heard, because I thought personally. By the way, the Yemenites. After the temple was destroyed, there was a lot of decrees. One of them, for example, that we shouldn't do music anymore. We shouldn't play instruments, because it was like a long shiva. It was like, look, the temple's destroyed. We shouldn't celebrate too much. There was like a mourning about this whole thing. And that's hard to keep for so many years, that I thought, we can't play music. We can't, what are we supposed to be? But they'll say there's a time to connect to that energy.
Rabbi Moshe Feinstein would hold that. It's
yeah.
Like only maybe at a simcha, I think.
Right.
Other than that, and no music.
By the way, the Jewish Yemenites in Yemen did not play any Arab instruments, oud, all these things, because they hold to it. Wow. They do not when they were there, They did not. If you listen to their music in old times, it's just rocks, and they're not using all the Arab instruments. I'm sorry, rocks. Yeah, I'm not. It's great. No, look, I love I want to say that I think
it's great. I don't know. You dug yourself a hole there. Wow. We're going to Tikkun.
Look, first of all, I want to say
we gotta work on that Tikkun Chatzot. We gotta work on that.
Excuse me. I want to say this was misunderstood. It's the opposite. I wish I was a Yemenite. I'm 100% Ashkenazi, but I wish my dream is to have a Yemenite. I don't know, like a switcheroo. Anyway, so I was thinking about it, that how many Jews today, like when we talk about building the temple and how glorious it was before everything that happened in our history, and to connect that the Yemenites, I really give them credit. They're so connected to it. Imagine, you tell me, I know actually an old Yemenite guy, he wakes up every night at like 12:30 and cries that we don't have the mikdash. You understand what I'm telling you? Now I'm a cynical guy, we live in this generation, our life is pretty good, we have a car, we have a this, we're not. But I thought, wow, I talked about in the beginning about the klipa, the peel, the cynicism in your heart, if you told me 10 years ago, is what I'm trying to say, that I would, and yesterday I did it for a few nights, I try to, and you sit on the floor, it's like a shiva, you sit on the floor, you do it like a shiva, and you say these psalms that are crying for everything that happened to the Jews, and you just contain that for a few minutes. It's just 5-10 minutes. It's not a long thing. It's just a few psalms. I say psalms. You're supposed to say psalms, whatever. I call it Tehillim. I don't know English. Anyway, all these silent letters. I say listen, walk, listen, whatever. So, but I felt how like you said, how inspiring it is to connect to that story that we're for thousands of years, our ancestors are doing the same prayers and tefillin and these holidays, and it's such, I feel sad for me when I was younger, or for Jews today that don't see that, to be proud of it, to know what a beautiful legacy, what an amazing story, such an ancient tradition. And now for me, when I think about it, when I go to daven, now I'm going to daven, I think about all our ancestors looking at us, and they've been davening the same way. All the Jews all around the world, the Yemenites, the Iraqi, the Moroccans, the Ashkenazi, all the same Torah, same holidays, same Shabbat. It's just it's unbelievable. And each one of us, they say that more time passes from the revelation in Mount Sinai, it's more hard to do the mitzvahs because we're far.
Oh, wow.
But it's more important, everything we do. I don't know. I tried to share something about Tikkun Chatzot. I hope it made sense in some way.
It did. Habibi.
Yeah, Habibi.
It's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that commitment. Everyone's on their different journey, and I'm very happy to hear that was something that you were able to do. I think just like Lech Lecha might teach us, any step, one of the most important things as Jews that we do is, like, if we take something on in Yiddishkeit, in our observance and our relationship with Hashem, we can't take a step backwards. So
right.
I know by doing that, you're, obviously bleeding netter, but keep on doing it strong, especially if it's meaningful.
I'll call you tonight, 12:30.
I have a different chatzot. I think my that's actually a great that's a great shout out for Maizmanim. I like using the Maizmanim. I like using the Maizmanim app. Yeah.
But I gotta run for my minyan.
Speaking of, how convenient.
Hopefully, there's 9 Jews waiting for me.
Oh, you're gonna be the 10th man?
God willing, so I gotta run.
All
okay,
right.
Good seeing you.